Welcome to Miracles of Kindness. Tonight, in a dazzling ballroom filled with the elite, an arrogant billionaire dares a humble waitress to dance, expecting humiliation. But what happens next shocks everyone in the room and changes lives forever. Stay with us, because this is a story of courage, dignity, and unexpected triumph. The ballroom sparkled with chandeliers and glittering gowns. The arrogant billionaire, with a smug smile, dared a simple waitress to dance, expecting her to fail. The crowd laughed, but as the music began, her nervousness turned into confidence. Step by step, her grace captivated everyone. The laughter faded, replaced by awe. In that moment, the billionaire realized, true power isn't in wealth, it's in courage and heart. The guests whispered and watched as the waitress hesitated. The billionaire's dare was cruel, a challenge meant to humiliate. But she closed her eyes, breathed deeply, and let the music guide her. Every movement told a story of struggle, hope, and hidden talent. The room froze. Silence filled the space before thunderous applause erupted. That night, arrogance met humility, and humility won. She never imagined she'd stand in a ballroom full of the elite, dancing under the gaze of a man who mocked her. Yet, with every twirl, the invisible chains of fear broke. Her smile radiated confidence. The audience leaned in, captivated. Even the billionaire, who had expected humiliation, could only watch in shock. One simple act of bravery had transformed the night and everyone in it. The dare echoed through the ballroom. "Dance if you dare." The guests smirked, phones out, ready to record a disaster. But as her feet touched the floor, the ordinary waitress became extraordinary. Her rhythm, her grace, her courage turned mockery into admiration. The billionaire's arrogance faltered, replaced by disbelief. In a single performance, she had silenced the elite and claimed her dignity. The moment she accepted the dare, whispers rippled through the room. Would she fail? Would she embarrass herself? Then the music started and magic unfolded. She danced like someone reclaiming a lost dream. The audience watched, spellbound. Laughter turned into applause, scorn into respect. That night, the arrogant billionaire learned a lesson he would never forget. Never underestimate the quiet strength of a determined heart. The ballroom was alive with luxury and expectation. The billionaire, smirking, thought he had the upper hand. But as she stepped into the spotlight, her humility became her weapon, and her talent shone like fire. Each movement told a story. Each step commanded attention. In minutes, the room that mocked her was captivated. That night proved one thing: true elegance and courage can't be bought, they're earned. As the dare was announced, cameras flashed and guests whispered. But the waitress, simple, humble, overlooked, found courage she didn't know she had. Music carried her, confidence filled her, and every eye in the room followed her mesmerizing performance. By the end, the billionaire's smirk had vanished, replaced by awe. One night, one dance, and a lifetime of lessons on respect and bravery. The arrogant billionaire expected laughter. Instead, he found silence. The waitress, trembling at first, let the rhythm take over. She twirled, spun, and moved with a grace that left the room breathless. Every gesture, every glance, reminded the audience that strength is quiet, courage is bold, and dignity cannot be mocked. By the time the music stopped, respect had replaced ridicule, and humility had triumphed over arrogance. She stood in the center of the ballroom, a simple uniform against a sea of glittering gowns. The dare was cruel, meant to humiliate. But as the music began, her fear melted into confidence, her nervousness into elegance. Each step captivated, each turn amazed. Guests rose, stunned. The billionaire stared, speechless. That night, the world learned a simple truth. Sometimes, the smallest among us hold the greatest power. The billionaire laughed, imagining her failure. The crowd smirked, expecting entertainment at her expense. But then, the music played. Every movement from the waitress was perfection. Every glance commanded attention. Mockery turned to amazement, disbelief to admiration. By the final step, she had not only danced, she had conquered the room, silenced arrogance, and shown the world the power of heart over wealth. The room was silent, the billionaire humbled, and the waitress victorious. One simple act of courage turned an insult into a moment no one will ever forget. Remember, true strength isn't measured by wealth or status, it's measured by heart. If this story inspired you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more tales of kindness that change lives.